I don't know if it's live or not, but welcome everyone to Live Chat Tuesday, number 87, with my co-hosts, Melanie and Connie. If you are watching the replay, please leave us a comment in the comment section and let us know what you're working on, how you're doing. And if you are here with us currently, please leave us a comment in the chat. And happy Tuesday, everybody. Welcome. Both of their links are pinned to the top of the chat and in the description box.
Hi, everyone.
So we have Brenda Young, Pamela Morgan, that's my mom's sister, my aunt, and Melanie's also in the chat, and Eveie Sinha. Welcome in, everybody.
Howdy, howdy.
So how are you ladies doing?
I am having a pretty good day. How are you?
Good. How are you doing, Connie?
I feel sleepy. It's like I have not really woken up this morning.
Oh, I know what you mean. And there's Anita. Welcome in, Anita.
Hey, Anita.
Hi, Anita.
Here does not want to leave my side.
So, Melanie, what are you working on? I see your hands going.
My hands are always going, unless I'm exhausted. Well, I'm working on your knit shawl again and again. Don't knit if you have migraines, because you're going to mess up. And then you're going to have to start over if you're like not a pro knitter. I have started that thing over 5 times, but I was near the beginning, so I'm not upset about it. But migraines, don't do it.
Oh, but I feel so bad you've had to start over so many times.
Don't feel bad. It was my mistakes, but I'm laughing about it.
Hey, but, you know, you can do the test knit with a smaller section and then go back and actually make the bigger project.
No, I'm making the whole thing. I'm going for broke from the beginning. But
you know,
what's that, Connie?
With my knitted beanie, I think it was Cynthia was telling me, I think she attempted it 18 times before she finally, but she kept at it and she got it, you know.
Yeah.
Knitting, I find you just got to keep at it.
That's what I did when I did my lace shawl the first time, but I was a beginner then, and I was like starting from scratch, not knowing anything, and I think I started that thing 20 times. And but right now I decided I'd do something mindless, so I'm working on my dad's basket weave blanket because thank you. It has a built-in border, but he doesn't want it anymore. He's like, "Can I have that blanket?" And I'm like, "Sure, I will make it for you." And now he's like, "I don't want it. It's too small." And I'm like, "Eh. All right, fine. You don't get it. We bought all the blanket, whatever." All the yarn for it we bought. I got free yarn.
Well, that's good.
I hate to interrupt. I just wanted to say thank you to Mary for doing the super chat. I wrote your name down. You'll get a ticket. And she can't stay. So I just wanted to say that before she left. She might have already left, but thank you.
Hi,
Mary.
Hi, bye. I can't get my words out.
Hi, Tank. And hi, Who the Knitter. Hi, Tina.
Howdy, everyone.
Let's see. We had my Aunt Pam say, I Crystal, I tried to send a picture of the sweater on my American Girl doll, but not sure you received it. Did you send it on Messenger? And Vita is also a tester of the knit shawl too. She says that's the only project she's working on. Welcome in Tina, Camper 14. Welcome in Who the Knitter. Already forgot the other name you went by. I'm sorry.
Bryn Michelle.
Yes, Bryn Michelle. I knew it was a B. I just couldn't remember it in my head. I'm so sorry.
Julia.
Welcome in Tank and Julia. Did you ever get your comments fixed? She was having problems with her comments staying on the on one of her videos.
Oh.
Is it a case where they're just not letting you comment at all?
Yeah, I think they keep shutting it off to where they disable the comments.
Because you might have to go into the advanced settings like each time to make sure they didn't change the settings.
Are you trying to change it in the YouTube app, or are you trying to do it on a web page? Because if you go to a web page, you might be able to do it that way. Yeah, also, like Tank says, Julia, make sure you set it for 18 and older. Make sure it's checked not made for kids.
And
then people
I have seen it where YouTube changes it on you. Because it happened to me one time. I couldn't figure out why. And then finally, I found out that it changed the 18 thing. And I never changed that setting. And it happens to me a lot of times when I post shorts. They'll change it on.
Welcome in, Nancy. How are you?
Hi, Nancy.
Howdy, howdy. Howdy doodle doodle.
Well, that is just strange. How it just keeps reverting back. I know there's been a couple of times like I would have to go back and change it and it would automatically turn it back off. And I would just have to keep going back and changing it back. And eventually it would register it.
Do you know where to go to change it, Julia?
So for all those that are just coming in, make sure you hit them thumbs up. And what is everybody working on? I know Brenda's testing out the goat, and Julia's testing the goat. Anita's testing the goat.
Anita testing the goat.
Shawl. Melanie's doing the test knit shawl.
And I'm going to be working on the last 8 rows of my Pretty as a Peacock shawl. So by Friday, awesome. I should have it finished. It may not be blocked yet, but I should have it finished by then. And then I finished Bod's Killer Queen shawl. And now I'm working on Bod's Olive Branch shawl.
Pretty.
Okay, Aunt Pam. I went where Crystal told me, but it doesn't work. That's the only way you can do it. I don't know of another way. Well, also, Tank, she said there was no save button.
You know what I'll try to
Now,
do,
Julia,
Julia?
are you doing it on a web page in YouTube Studio, or are you doing it on the Studio app from your phone?
I can try to take
I
some
think you said
screenshots. I can try to take some screenshots and show you.
because I usually do everything on a web page browser, and it's set up a lot different than a phone. So
yeah, I do mine on the a web browser.
Bye, Aunt
Yeah, I
Pam.
have.
See, I do pretty. I do pretty
Sorry.
much. I think there's like a lag. Because every time it's like, there's no one saying anything. I go to talk. It's like I'm interrupting. But but like I do pretty much everything, from my desktop computer. I do film from my phone, but I transfer the files to my desktop and do the editing from there.
Let's see. Tina is working on All in the Family blanket at the moment. Anita is working on her sanity today.
How are the babies, Anita?
Oh, yeah.
That little goat is just too precious. I'm telling y'all, if y'all haven't seen Anita's new baby goat, y'all gotta go check it out.
I want to go visit the baby goat.
Me too. Granted, later this month, her and the goat's supposed to be on my live. And then she's about to have some more baby goats.
Anita,
Tinker's working on poncho.
Oh yeah, and she named the little goat after the biscuit.
Oh.
It's Little Biscuit.
Let's see. Julia says, I just checked. Now it says you can leave a comment, but I can't put anything in the description box. Well, that's strange.
YouTube just asked me to do a survey as a creator. Mm-hmm. I was completely honest about everything. They're like, how do you like the help that YouTube gives creators? I was like, yeah. How easy is it to find help through YouTube? I was like, yeah. So.
But
yeah, I also have a couple of suggestions for them too. So
one thing I thought about, is there any way that Julia, you might have like too much text in your description box? Because I know you're only allowed so many characters, and then it won't let you save if you have too much.
Yeah, but normally I think she types in whatever she's gonna put. Since she does it from a phone, there's not, I don't think she has any default description settings. But
the only time I've had that happen is when I put a bunch of pattern links. But now I use one of the URL shorteners. So that way the links don't take up as much room.
Welcome in, Lynette of Coffee Angel Crafts. How are you?
Howdy, howdy.
Hi, Lynette.
Oh, wow. Tina says, I just realized talking on the phone, I used the wrong color of green on my blanket. 4 rows later, it's going to stay that way. Oh no. Julia did it last Tuesday and it worked then. Well, I don't know.
I was wondering because the last 2 times I did a giveaway winner, when I posted it, do it from the app, when I posted it, it turned off comments. And I didn't choose that because I don't know how to go in and make that choice in the app. And I only noticed it when someone emailed me. And then I'm like, why is nobody commenting? You know, they usually say, congratulations, whatever. And I went in and I changed it. But this time, when I went in and changed it changed it back. And I had to go in and change it again. And I should go check it again because it may have changed it back again now that we're talking about it. But I don't know why it changed it. It's done that on the last 2 now. But only on like, picking a winner. And I always put it on not for kids.
Maybe it just has something to do with the app, you know, when you upload a video on the app.
But I do think like YouTube has a lot of glitches with stuff.
Yeah, a lot.
I've noticed that.
So I just always look at it. It's probably a glitch.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, Margaret.
Thanks, Margaret.
All right, and I'll make you up a ticket after the live. Where is there?
As my dad, the software engineer, would say, he could write a program for that.
Anita says, Mel, the tracking says it's delivered.
Ooh. Ooh. That may mean video today.
Lynette says, I'm doing better. This cold has finally decided to loosen up. Hope everyone else is well. Well, I hope you feel better, Mark. I mean, I'm looking at Margaret's name. Lynette. Did you ever get your hook? I did the color change with a white on one of my blankets. Didn't realize it until recipient opened it up. Oh, wow. Oh, she did. Awesome. I never heard anything from you. I guess that's when you started to get sick or something.
Hey, Anita, if it says it was delivered the 14th, that means they delivered it to the wrong address.
Oh, that's not good.
I'm due before because, yay, my mail carriers. And I'm going to have to call the post office and have them track it down.
You know, I had something get delivered to the wrong house. And all of a sudden, the person that it arrived to, they come knock on our door and they're like, I think this is for you.
My closest neighbor is a half mile away. So when they'll deliver to a 74, but like to a road 3 miles away. So they have to go through their system and figure out what road they deliver. I live on top of a mountain in a state forest. I have to drive to my mailbox.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah. So I will find out. It might just be on my mom's porch, which she doesn't go outside. But I will check there first, and then I will check with them. and hopefully it's just over there.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I hope so too.
Welcome to my telenovela.
Or sometimes they'll put mail in odd spots. Because I know one.
It's either the mailbox, her porch, or my porch, because they get in trouble otherwise.
One time I had like one of the envelope type thin packages, and I saw that it was delivered. And, you know, I look outside by the mailbox, no sign of it. And I'm like, okay. Well, I finally spotted, and guess where it was at? In the windshield wipers of the car.
Okay.
What?
And it wasn't like the car was parked like on the other side. It wasn't like it was even like right in front of like the house. And it was like, why did they put it there? I do not know.
Tank says, oh goodness, that happened here too. The lady lives 4 miles away and we have started calling each other when it happens.
Yeah. We have one good mail delivery person and the one who takes the other half of the week, like they do every other day, is like a new person every couple months. They get a new person. But Gina is the really good mail delivery person. She even calls us on the phone and is like, I had to leave a package down at your mailbox, you know, so nobody drives by and goes, ooh, package, you know, and drives off with our package. She'll tell us when there's a package and she couldn't get her car up the snow to drive. But so she's nice, and she'll come up and put it on our porch if she can. But the other person actually ripped our mail, trying to shove it in our thing on a sunny day instead of driving up to our porch.
Oh,
you know, in our mailbox. And our mom lives at the same address, but we're B and she's just the number. They would stuff it in her mailbox too, which is illegal because it's 2 different addresses and it's not her mail. Yeah. And they would mix it, and just so they wouldn't have to drive up to our house. They don't work there anymore.
welcome in, Thryss. How are you?
Howdy, howdy.
Glad you could make it.
Hi, Thryss.
Howdy doodle doo.
Yeah, we have one of the best mail carriers, and she is so awesome. She goes above and beyond, and she works 5 days out of the 6, you know, because they're off on Sunday. But we have, on that day that she's off, we have substitute mail carrier, and it can be, I've seen 3 different people before. I think there's a main substitute, and then a substitute for that substitute, and then a substitute for the substitute. So, but it's our mail carrier. Like if I have to ship out of a package, and say she don't have room for it, she always tells me that I can swing back by after my route is over and pick it up if it won't fit. She even took, and they're not supposed to do this, she even took a package that was for UPS to the UPS store after her route was over and done with for me, because I didn't know that they weren't supposed to pick them up.
Can I come steal your mail carrier and bring them to Pennsylvania so I can have Gina and that mail carrier, and then I just have like a match set for my whole week? You know, just because if I lose Gina, I'm just going to have like nothing. They're just going to like throw my mail in the air and let the wind take it, I think. And just be like, oh, heard it, you know.
Yeah.
Let's grab it out of the air.
See, we've gotten like new ones because like the main one that used to deliver our mail and the substitute one, they both retired.
Oh,
So
wow.
now we have different ones. But
Uh,
the main one seems to be pretty good, you know. It's just you get used to seeing certain faces.
Yeah. I think we've had that our main mail carrier lady for about 15 years. So almost the majority of the time that we've lived here, she's been our mail carrier.
Thryss, you may be getting a new friend soon. Hi, Ray.
Howdy, howdy.
Well, Julia says I just added the shout out to description box and the comments are still on. That's awesome. I am happy that you got it. Hi, Ray. Welcome in. How are you and what you working on? Oh, there's Crystal Divergent Crafter. Welcome in. How are you? I have liked all our mail people since moving here, but previous house, she was mean. She yelled at me. My packages are too heavy.
That's what I'm talking about, Tank.
We got an echo going on there. Ah, Ray's setting up to spin some yarn. Awesome.
Is it going to be pink, Ray? Pink yarn? Bright neon pink? Or like Connie's hat? I'm trying to start a fight.
All right. Also, I want to mention for those of you that haven't entered the January giveaway, it's still going on. And it ends on the very last day. I picked the winner February 1st. Big giveaway. There's this bag. You can see what's all in the giveaway, and then I've added stuff since then. And then there's this one and the stuff that I have added recently. I know I showed one thing last week, and it was this ball of crochet thread. It has a pattern and two separate little, I guess it would be variegated pink and white. Well, dark pink, light pink, and white. And then there's a green right here and white crochet thread. It makes a heart and roses ornament. It's a kit, and it can make 9 of them. And then what I have added that y'all have not seen, I have 4 little crocheted coasters that I made.
Aww.
And a lot of different floss.
Ooh. See, now I know I need to win it because, you know, I need that for my cross stitch. Yeah.
Yeah. And a Ada, which 18 Ada cross stitch fabric, ivory 18 count, 12 inch by 18.
I hadn't even seen that yet.
Yeah, this is the first time I've showed it. Some high chew candies. And this is grape and strawberry flavored.
Ooh.
And then a whole bunch of different packs of tea. And these are actually from my Lion brand box. I figured I'd throw some of these in the giveaways. Now, there is a chamomile and honey vanilla, blackcurrant burst, mint mesquite, peach passion fruit, lemon and ginger, English tea #1, Earl Grey, and English breakfast. So 8 different kinds. There's also a paint by numbers. There's a little book that I did show in the giveaway video. It's a cross stitch book with little like bears that you can cross stitch. It has the patterns in there. It was an old type calendar book from 2018, I believe. But you got floss and an Ada to do it on. So just you need the little needle. Anita has to go. Have a great day, Anita. Thank
Bye,
you, Tank, for the giveaway link. Let's see. I told her I would be happy to pick it up for her if she just tells me I had a package and she got all out of. Ray says, no, I'll fight. No pink. She goes, no, it's the one on my community tab.
We can have an arm wrestle.
White one? So, and I'll probably even add a few more things before the giveaway is over. Now, there is a pouch in here that has just miscellaneous things like stitch markers and, oh, I can't even remember. I packed it full. And I have noticed there's a lot less comments this time around on this giveaway. So.
It's because you don't have the sparkly Christmas yarn in it.
Yeah,
it's not
probably. There's sparkly yarn in it, though.
I know, but people are like, oh, it's not all sparkles. Oh, duh. And you know what? That's better for the rest of us.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
I'm not worried though. But they also don't pay attention. You're giving them more entries for the money, for the super chats and PayPals and stuff. They're not doing the math.
Yeah, I know, but if they just want to do a comment, that's fine. That's how I am doing it, you know.
The funniest thing is I've noticed for the since you've been doing these giveaways, it's the comments that won, not the super chats.
Yep.
It was a comment each time.
And everybody has a big surprise next month because I think I'm going to start alternating them. Like January is going to include the comments. February is going to be for the super chatters and members only. So I'm not going to have a comment under the video that be entered. And then March would be including the comments and then, you know, so on. So it's going to be every other month that I'll include the comments. Try to give back to the people that use super chats too. So, you know, or PayPal donations or any donation of any sort that try to give them a chance to win. Because I've noticed that too, that it has been the comments that have won mostly. So I don't know if y'all can see this on StreamYard or not, but Thryss submitted a member milestone, and it says she's been a member for 2 months, and she says, love ya. Well, thank you, Thryss. I love you too, and thank you so much for being a member for 2 months.
Hi, Jane.
Welcome in, Jane.
You spell your name the
Sorry.
same way as one of a favorite character of mine from Firefly.
I knew that's the thing you were going to say.
I don't see it spelled that way very often out in the world.
You're very welcome, Julia.
Hi, Truly Amazing.
Howdy, everyone.
Crystal says she's trying to wolf down breakfast, lunch before work.
Bye, Brenda. Have a great day.
Bye, Brenda. Thanks for being here. Welcome in, Truly Amazing. How are you? It's good to see you. Yes, we missed you, Nancy. I don't see it spelled that way a lot either.
Well, the character's a male, but it was the first time I had seen it spelled that way. And so I like seeing, you know, different spellings of names. I find it interesting and I like it. Except when my sister does it to my nieces, just for the heck of it. And then they can never find things with their names on it.
It's okay, Julia. I can understand that completely. There is no pressure whatsoever. I completely understand. And that's only an option if you're able to, you know. So don't feel bad that you can't join as a member.
And that's why she's doing it every other month, because then everybody gets to join in every other month.
That means 6 months for the people that make comments and then 6 months for my super chatters and members and stuff. So it's like a win-win for both groups. I'll still make a video showing what's in it, though.
I like that, Jane.
That's funny. My youngest is one of 3 people ever with her middle name Ariana. Is that how you pronounce it? Hi, Dee.
Hi, Dee.
Howdy, howdy.
Crystal, I just checked and had watched your video and thumbed up, but I must have watched on my TV and forgot to go back and comment on it. Yeah, make sure you leave your comment. That's important.
It seems to be comments that win, Tina.
How you doing, Dee? Aw, thank you, Thryss. She says, you're my favorite cat chicken. Oh,
Oh my God.
that is cute.
Could you imagine a cat chicken hybrid rubber ducky?
No.
I'm just trying to think of all the rubber duckies we can find and ship to Thryss. She just gets a huge box one day and it's full of different rubber duckies.
All right, there we go, Thryss. You, I'll write up the ticket after the live is over.
My not so evil wheels are. Pink
wants to know if you posted the winners for your giveaways, Dee. Crystal says hard R, but the test is right. I missed something, I think.
I know exactly how you feel, Julia. It took me forever to join everyone I wanted to until I could afford it, and then I only joined because it's like $5.23 for each channel with the tax every month, and it adds up so quick.
Ray's asking Thryss, you having a duck party, Thryss?
That'll be one of her unboxings. It's just duckies.
So, Connie, you need to chat. Be quiet.
Today I just don't have energy. It's like this morning I was just like sleeping most of the morning away.
You look cold, Connie.
What was that?
You look cold. Are you feeling all right?
I feel tired. I don't know. And lately I do find I've been feeling tired a lot.
You should have your vitamins checked.
Too, myself.
And like, I don't know. I kind of think too, like the winter time, like especially when it's colder, it makes me want to sleep more.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dee. I wrote it down, and that will get you 3 extra entries for, that'll give you 3 tickets for the giveaway. Yeah, you know what's odd? I have also noticed, even if I sleep a full 8 hours, I still feel run down.
I don't know why I feel as tired as I do.
I don't know either.
And
maybe it's just something in the air. Maybe.
No telling.
Wait, which way am I flipping this?
But my little friend wants to sleep too. Okay, Allie. Make up your mind. What do you want?
Julia is also saying she feels the same way. She thinks it's her fibromyalgia.
And that might be for me too.
Yeah. You know, and I've heard of Oriental Trading Company. It's a website. I actually ordered my Halloween wig from there. And Crystal of Divergent Crafter is actually saying they have all different kinds of duckies on that site.
We used to get, you can get like party stuff from them very cheap, like party favors. And it's Chinese based, I believe. And we used to get their catalogs. But I used to love looking through them. But, I just loved looking through catalogs.
I remember back in the day when you used to get those like big JCPenney catalogs in the mail.
Oh.
And like you were always like looking through it, daydreaming. I want this.
Especially at Christmas time. Oh my gosh. But Oriental Trading Company, I think everything, like per piece, it comes out to like 20 cents per piece in the end, or something silly like that, for stuff like the rubber duckies or glow sticks or things like that. And when we used to get them, the shipping wasn't bad either. So you can get millions upon millions of duckies, Doris.
Rubber ducky, you're the one.
Oh, yes. Yes. Honey.
So I'm making a square puff. This with this freaking huge blanket yarn. OMG, it sucks.
I don't like big bulky yarns. Me, it's 4 and under.
Yeah, for me, I don't mind 5, but 6 and 7, ugh, makes my hand hurt.
I'm working with homespun right now. I actually like homespun. I know a lot of people go, ew, homespun, ew.
I'm one of them. I don't like homespun. I tried to crochet with it. I can't see my stitches. I haven't tried knitting with it.
I'm using a K-hook. So, I mean, I've learned to see the stitches and feel them. A lot of the time, depending on what stitch I'm using, I don't even look at it. When I'm crocheting, I just feel it.
Yeah.
So.
She is crocheting a poof, not a puff. Camper 14 Tina says, I've been very tired too since I had the virus. I just figured it's a recovery process that maybe one day I'll feel normal again, just like cough that wants to stay forever. It affected my mom for months afterwards when she had it.
And it took me about a month after having it to feel like I got my energy back.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's some level that we suspect Frank still has had like side effects from when he had it.
Well, they say it can affect you for the rest of your life. There are long-term effects. It can affect your organs and things like that. So,
you know, honestly, my aunt that lives with us now, my grandmother's sister, she had it 3 times. And
oh, wow.
I truly think that's eventually what caused her stroke, in my opinion.
I do not want to get that again.
Yeah. Let's see. Crystal says to Tina, I got the C in October and still feel weak compared to normal. Thryss says, my first wearable was with homespun. It was a cowl poncho. I dislike homespun immensely. Dee says, I can't stand big yarn. Ray loves homespun. Tina says, for the first time I had it, I coughed for 6 months. Julia says, I'm crocheting a row of granny squares on my blanket. Then I just have the border to finish. Awesome. Nancy also says, I still don't have my energy back and had it last January. Oh. And still feel like she don't feel good.
And that's the thing, because some of the stuff can affect you like later on, and you know, it's crazy what people are going through that's had the C.
Welcome in, Cynthia King. How are you? I'm glad you're able to catch the live also. Thryss says, I had C in December of 2021 and still get out of breath and more tired easily.
See, like one thing they detected with Frank, and we suspect it had to do with the big C, is his home health nurse noticed an irregular heartbeat.
Mm-hmm.
And he, in the past, never been told he had one or anything. And we're wondering if it developed after his experience with the C.
Yeah.
It's possible. It sure is possible.
And like he's getting like, heart flutter some and, and like we ended up like he's brought it up to, the regular doctor, but I don't know. It's like he don't seem that concerned. But like today, we were talking to the home health nurse, and we got him in with the cardiologist. So hopefully they look into things more.
Yeah. There was one time my grandfather had went to his primary care doctor. He had what seemed like pneumonia, or not pneumonia, bronchitis. That doctor diagnosed him with bronchitis. Months later, he ended up having congestive heart failure. The doctor misdiagnosed him.
You see,
so that's why I just want to say he needs to go and get checked out, because if that doctor's not paying attention, it could be something more serious. So I'm glad he's going to see a cardiologist.
Because that kind of happened to me, where like I was getting like bronchitis, pneumonia type symptoms, and the thing was that the doctor did as much as he could, because couldn't afford like all the other more testings, and I think because of my age, I don't think he really suspected that I had diastolic dysfunction, which is a form of congestive heart failure, but it's a form that's not as bad. It's more manageable. But like, I got like real sick and went to the emergency room, and they're like, how long have you had congestive heart failure? And I'm like, what are you talking about? And they were like, and then it's like some of the stuff that I experienced previously, it's like, that's probably what was going on.
Yeah.
Because it does. It disguises itself more like you got bronchitis or pneumonia.
Yeah.
Wow, we
says,
really
done. Oh, sorry.
No, I was saying we brought a cheery group to the room, didn't we, y'all? We're on an upper today. I love you all, and I hope you all feel better. I really do.
Tank says, I think it affects each person differently. Long haul, people are showing different things they have never had. Tina says, I have COPD, and I think that don't help since my son and I both had the first one. Both of our blood pressures fluctuate, not really high, but not stable either. I've had all the heart tests that were okay. My mom's also had a problem with her blood pressure either dropping too low or being too high afterwards too. So
because that's one thing with Frank, like he gets up or like he can just look down and he gets like really dizzy. Like he looks like he's gonna fall over. A lot of times I'm like holding his hand, trying to keep him from falling. because I'm scared he'll fall. And,
Yeah.
you know, it looks like what happens is his blood pressure must drop because that can cause that type of dizziness. And for all we know, it may be related to the big C too.
Yeah. Tank, you got a lot of problems, dear. But she does say she deals with each thing separately. That's all we can do.
Yeah, my poor Biscuit seems like he has all sorts of stuff going on.
Exactly, Thryss and D. Exactly.
Yeah.
And yes.
All right. So, Tank says that's only half of them, Mel.
Oh dear.
And that's another thing I do kind of think, like if you have like health problems like that, like especially like heart related problems, I do think the big C makes things worse. Like it brings the stuff out more. I do think that.
And in my personal opinion, my whole family never trusted anything about the boosters. We never got them. And we're not going to.
One thing I've noticed, I find that people that have gotten them seem to catch the big C more often.
Yep. They're like, oh, well, this one's canceled out. This one don't work anymore. So we're going to come out with a new one. Yeah. And then it don't work or, you know, causes problems or whatever. So, nope.
And I mean, a lot of times you hear people saying that they had all the boosters and they're telling you how they've caught it like 3 times. And, you know, and it's just like, I really trust that. Yeah.
Exactly. That's my point.
The vaccines and the boosters are not to keep you from getting it. It's to lessen the effect of what it does to you when you get it.
Oh, I know that. But, I mean, I'm not going to put the virus in my body. You know, I've never, like, flu shot. Yeah. I'm not going to take a flu shot vaccine. I'm not taking no vaccine of any sort. You know, I am not the type of person to actually get sick from the flu. You know, I hardly ever get it. I hardly ever get sick. But why take something if I haven't got it yet? You know, my mom and my brother got it, and me and my grandmother still didn't get it from them. So,
and you know one thing, like with the flu shot, I mean, think about it. How many people you know I probably said to it sometimes the last time I got one of those shots, I caught the flu afterwards. I hear it all the time. And same thing with me. Last time I had one, I got really sick after. And I know, like, and this was something that me and my doctor discussed one time. He was offering me one.
Have a great day.
Bye, Dee.
But so we had a discussion, and he was like, you know, and I told him how I hadn't had one in like 10 years, and he asked me, "Have you caught the flu since?" And I was like, "No." And he's like, "Well, then you're probably okay not getting it." So, but that was my first thoughts. You know, if that don't really seem to work, why am I supposed to trust, you know, the one for the C?
I know, but that's why I'm not saying the actual name, Ray. They only flag you if you mention the actual name. If you just say C or the virus, they don't know which one you're talking about, so they can't flag you for misinformation. The big C can also mean cancer. So, right there, that's... Anyway, okay, so how about we talk about something else? welcome in Rita of Lena's Designs, Rita. And I know, Ray. That's why I've always kept that word out of my vocabulary, because when you actually say it, they can flag you for it. So.
And the funny thing is, I don't normally state my opinion on it. Usually, I keep my opinions to myself because I know it can get controversial.
I never showed any symptoms, any signs. My mom had fever and my brother had fever, and it's like they had the flu, and they both tested with the plus sign, you know, but we never got it. So what is everybody working in? I know I'm working on. I know there's been a few people that's new that came in. Connie, you said you just finished something and was one of killer something.
Queen.
Killer Queen shawl.
And you know, I'm always leery about saying the name of that shawl, because I do think one time on one of my lives, I was talking about a song that had a different variation of that word. And next thing you know, they limited monetization, but I disputed it and they reversed it. So I'm always scared to say like certain words.
Well, that is the name of a queen.
And I have said it and nothing's happened. But but I do know sometimes, like, you say certain words and it does seem like sometimes it does get, I guess, flagged. But every time it's happened to me, I've disputed it and they've reversed it.
Yeah, me too. It's only happened, I think, once or twice, and I had it reviewed by a person and they overturned it. So
yeah, that's all you have to do. It happened to me, I think, 2 or 3 times.
I actually went into support. I went into support to look for help, and the only 2 options they have for support have to do with monetization or something with a payment. And I'm like, this has nothing to do with money, but like you can only make one of those choices to get help from them. And I'm like, so I can't get help from you unless it has to do with money?
One time I had an issue and I was able to chat with someone live and I didn't have any trouble. I don't remember where I went, to access it at offhand, but there was some type of glitch with, I think, either StreamYard or the lives, where it took and this happened to multiple people. Something happened where it said something like you were like deceiving or something like that. And like it removed a live. They took it down. And I'm like, what are they talking about? And this was a live that I had with Cynthia and Trish, the Purple Yarnivore. And I mean, Cynthia, she talks, really clean, and I'm like, there should have been no reason. I'm like, what are they talking about? Then I did some digging and found out that there was a glitch, and they fixed it, and then it came back.
Wow. Yeah, I don't know. Most of the time I have to find my YouTube help by going into Google and searching for what I need. and finding someone else who has had the problem and found an answer or something. I don't know. Or asking somebody else like Crystal or someone, you know, one of my friends who's been a creator longer than me. But yeah.
But yeah, I finished that bod shawl. Now I'm starting on a new bod shawl.
I think I have started like the third skein of red on that blanket I've been commissioned to do. And I think I have about 30 or 40 more rows, and then I got to do a border on it. So
your edges are so straight on that. Like when you look up that side for a chevron blanket, that side was like laser straight. I was like, what the? Did she take a paper cutter?
You put 2 in the last stitch, and you count the chain as the first one when you turn it. And then you only put 1 double crochet. So it kind of pulls it that way a little.
I started doing alternative chain, you know, instead of doing like a chain 3, you do an alternative chain 3 instead. Or what do they call that? Alternative double crochet, or I don't know what
extended.
Doesn't work. No, it's instead of a, hold on, I have a computer right in front of me. Alternative chain. Google will tell me, hopefully, what it will be. It doesn't want to tell me. Usually, okay, it's alternative double crochet stitch instead of a chain 3, and it makes it straighter. It's just a single crochet, and then you stack a single crochet on top of it. In a certain way. And I've been, like, when I've been testing patterns, the designers have been doing it for at least a year now in their patterns, and it makes a much neater edge, and it doesn't have that gap at the beginning of the line. Ray.
I think, Tank, I think she means 2 single crochets on top of each other.
It's you put the first single crochet, and it's like only in the front loop of that first stitch, and then you stack another single crochet on top of that single crochet. So it makes like a alternative double crochet instead of just a regular double crochet in there. That's why they call it alternative. I don't know.
Ray's Yarn Addiction says, I have had to put limits on my spinning. Like I have to add a whole skein to my blanket before I can spin again.
Ray, I'm going to be watching you to make sure you stick to your no buying yarn thing so that you can afford your spinning wheel this year. I'm going to be your fairy godmother of no buying yarn.
Ooh.
Not that I can really do anything except go like that.
Yeah,
from
shame.
My videos.
But she don't have to. No. She could just keep telling you.
You think Ray can get yarn and not show us all? You think she can bring yarn into her house and not share it with the world? Look Look what I got. Look what I got. It's so sparkly and dark and purple and green and sparkly.
Sparkles.
Oh no. Ray would have to be like, you know, it'd be a dark video. There'd be no light but one little spotlight. She'd be like, it's secret. Don't tell anyone. To the entire YouTube community, I got yarn.
Don't tell Melanie.
She'd have a hood on and, you know, one of Gideon's new masks that he just got, so nobody would know it was her. And she'd be like, I'm Batman. It's Batman's yarn, not Ray's. Oh my God, she's so gonna do that now. You're not allowed to do that and say Batman bought you yarn, Ray. Hi, Brenda.
Hey, Brenda Bear.
If you win it, you didn't buy it, Tina. If you win it, it's not bought.
I did. I bought 2 little bitty skeins of yarn that were like the DIY yarn of the blue. I got, and that box of tea. But I just noticed Lion Brand was doing that sale again with the free box of tea. So I bought 2 pink ones this time and the box of tea free. So I spent like $6 in shipping and $2.68 on the yarn. So
I'm becoming a tea snob. I am so becoming a tea snob. Hi, Allie.
Oh, she's back.
Hold on.
You want to say hi to everyone? Meow, meow.
Allie.
I show mine.
Oh, look, you want to snuggle up? Look, that dog wants to snuggle with you.
Yeah, she would fit right here. Actually,
Yeah,
I don't know how my dog acts.
Brenda, Camper 14's name is Tina.
Hi, Kim.
How are you doing, Kim? You need to email me for your free patterns.
Ray, I get an all my fault thing. I'll do it. I want a thing that's all my fault.
She says if she buys yarn, it's all your fault. You're welcome, Brenda.
I want a nice thing that's all my fault, though. Did she send me the yarn, though? Okay, you can buy the yarn, and it can be all my fault, but then you have to send me all the yarn.
You know, if you paid for half of it, Melanie, it wouldn't be all her fault or your fault. Y'all would be in it together. She goes, no.
Oh, I did a thing.
Uh-oh.
No, it's an all right thing.
Oh.
So it's an okay. See, I did an okay thing. My family, all our money goes, my sister's on disability, I'm on disability, and my dad is my sister's caregiver and gets paid for that. And we put all our money in together in the family pool. But what we did was we figured out how, instead of a big discretionary amount each month, I get a certain amount to spend as I want. And my dad gets a certain amount, my sister gets a certain amount. Instead of, well, we don't have enough for this and we don't have enough for that. So now I can spend it on whatever I want. I got a yarn subscription. all excited. And I think I signed up early enough that I'm going to get January's box. So I'm highly excited. I mean, I used to be part of Darn Good Yarns subscription a long time ago, but you'd get like this little cake this big. So I finally got a yarn subscription where I'm getting a hank of hand-dyed yarn. I'm not going to say who it's with. I mean, I've gotten a few of Thryss's, which, yeah, I think I'm going to be able to afford Thryss's again, too, which makes me very happy. But,
I had signed up for the Knit Crate. You had told me that Thryss had done a video, and I went and watched it and learned about that she was affiliated with Knit Crate. Well, at first she had said, oh, it's the first and third month. Well, it turned out to be the first and fourth month after she got it clarified. Well, I waited. I paid for 2 months, and on that fourth month, they were fixing to charge me, so I canceled.
And now they're out of business.
I know that. Lovely.
I got the first month, and then I was going to wait until the fourth month and pay for the other 2 months. And I was going to change to the sock because I saw your yarn and I went, oh, that's pretty. And mine's just a solid color. Yeah. And I was also like, it's also $10 cheaper.
Yeah.
But I was going to switch to that, but I couldn't afford it at the time. So I just canceled after the first month and got that 1 month free.
Yeah.
And then I found out I was going to go back, but then I found out where'd they go? You know, I was like, is this why they were giving everybody so many free months and all these big sales and all these deals? They were emptying their storehouses, trying to come up with money.
Well, also, too, we got hit with that hurricane. 2 hurricanes back to back almost.
That's so right. They moved down. Did they move to Texas, was it? Or Florida? Their warehouse.
They were in Florida, but I don't know where they moved.
They were in California, and they moved either to Texas or Florida with their warehouse.
Florida, I guess, because that's when the hurricane hit Florida, the first one, end of last year. That's because my first month that I got in when I signed up September, I was expecting in mid October. Well, I got it a little later in October, I believe. And I contacted them. They said, oh, the hurricane's affecting everything. It'll be out later this week, blah, 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 blah. So they were in Florida affected by the hurricane.
Yeah. Did you at least get all the yarn you bought? Okay, well, I'm happy you got everything you paid for, though, because Nicole over at Fibromyalgia Yarn and Resin, she bought 8 hanks. They sent her 1, and she hasn't even, as far as I know, hasn't even gotten a refund or any notification yet.
Ooh.
She hasn't, she tried to contact them. She tried, but there's nothing to contact.
Yeah.
So 7 hanks of yarn, nothing. She doesn't know what's going on as far as I saw, but
but I had got all the 3 months that I had the box. I got those 3 boxes, which they weren't in boxes, they were in a bag. But and then I used $40 on that they had given me free, and then I cashed in $40 worth of points and used that and got that order. So I had no more points, no more subscription, canceled it, and got everything. So
Yeah, I had some points, but it wouldn't have gotten me anything. I saw the cute notebook you got. You got a notebook, didn't you? And some
Yeah, and I
wash
think
and
I put it in a giveaway.
I
November's
know.
giveaway or December's giveaway, one of them.
Someday I
I
want to
got
give away of
plenty of
yours.
notebooks. I didn't need it. I figured somebody might like it.
Someday I will show you guys my stash. It's not a hoard yet, but my stash of like notebooks and things that I can put in giveaways. I just somehow I keep building them, but I can't quite get the drawer shut very well anymore. So I gotta stop buying until I give them away.
Tank says Furls moved to Texas, and the last hook I received said "Made in India."
Huh. Tina, I never said I wasn't buying yarn. I'm allowed to buy yarn now. I was told I wasn't allowed to buy yarn until I used it. But once they gave me my own money, they said I could buy anything I wanted. I'm allowed to buy anything I want. So, puppy's waking up.
Oh, poor Tina. She says these telemarketers today are driving me crazy. I've had 5 calls trying to interrupt me since I've been here so far. Wow.
Take your off the hook.
I think she means on her phone while she's been here in the live with us.
I keep forgetting you all use cell phones. My cell phone doesn't work where I live.
I say have fun messing with them.
Yeah, y'all know that little toy I have that's high pitch and it repeats your voice? We use that for our spammers or our spam callers.
Or like act like you're going along with them, especially the scammers. And then whenever like they're all like, yes, we're getting the information. And like just like make up numbers like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Name Donald Duck. See if they catch a one.
When they call here and say they're Medicare, I'm like, no, you're not Medicare. Medicare doesn't call here 1-800 number. Medicare says Medicare. And I'm on Medicare, and I know you're not Medicare.
Or it's like they call from, you know, it says on the caller ID Fort Lauderdale or whatever, and you know that the home base of Medicare or Social Security or something like that is not in that town, you know.
Right, and they say there's Social Security, but on Social Security it says we will never call you. You know, you must call us. And it says it's your area code, you know, or it says cell phone. And it says, hi, this is Social Security calling you to check on your, and it's like, no, you are not. No.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
I have had times where I tried to apply for disability in the past, and I was in line on a phone, and it does say, give a call back, you know, or schedule a call back, but it would ring to me and I'd still be on, it would like hold my place in the line, ring me back as soon as they are ready to answer. And then, but they don't actually call me back. It like puts me back on the phone with.
Right. It's not going to be from a number with your area code though.
Yeah, so. Exactly.
And really, if someone calls you and they're asking for your personal information, do not give it.
Yeah.
It's like, I need to know that I'm really talking to that person.
Yeah.
Yeah, what is your name and what's your employee ID number so I can verify you are who you say you are?
I don't like those that want to know your date of birth. And it's like, no. You know, it's
If
like,
they had your file pulled up, they could see your date of birth right there. Well, why don't you tell me when I was born?
and I get like, okay, maybe you're trying to verify that it's really me, but you know, I'm not going to give you that type of information over the phone unless I'm
Exactly.
calling you and I know it's you.
Exactly, Tank. Because if it says something about your account has been compromised, call your actual bank's number
Mhm.
or whatever.
Yeah.
Don't call a number that they give you.
Exactly.
Allie almost fell.
It's like the other day, my grandmother got an email and she goes, I need you to check something for me. And it was from PayPal. And the email said an invoice. And it was really from PayPal. But it said a payment invoice from PayPal LLC. And then we went to her, not through that email, but pulled up a separate web page, went to PayPal, checked it, and there was absolutely no invoice on her account requesting money. And I said, we need to take that and report it to the phishing company thing. You what?
I got one of those too. It said like
Yeah.
$550. I was like, excuse me? I didn't go through the email. I went to PayPal. I'm like, there is nothing here for $550. Better not be.
Yeah, never click on the links in those type of emails. Always go directly to the site yourself. Yeah, like PayPal will do it, Amazon. I think I've even seen some from like UPS or the post office.
Yeah.
I had to get 2 new bank cards last year because spammers had gotten my bank card number by me using I guess Google with my saved bank card or whatever, somehow using it through the computer, paying through the computer. They had somehow fished out my bank card number and they had tried to charge, but because I have a online bank that is very thorough, they had stopped the payments, but twice it happened last year. Oh, are you coming to say hi?
Or the ones,
Come here.
and typically it's foreigners that will message you where they're sitting there saying how we want to send you all this money. Nope.
We
No
just
one
need
wants
you to
money like that.
give the security number.
Because I think what happens is I think they send money and then they like reverse the payment or something, and then you get left hanging, you know, and you're the one that gets in trouble over it, not them unless they get caught.
Okay, Kim, if you go to the PayPal website, scroll all the way down to the bottom of the page and it says contact us. There is to report a suspicious email. There, it's like phishing, PHISING at PayPal or something. It has an email. You take that suspicious email and forward it to that email for reporting it. And then you'll get an email, a separate email back saying that they have received your email, that they will report it, blah, blah, blah. Dang, that stinks, Tina. She's had her PayPal hacked twice.
Yeah, and Tank. That's awful.
And one thing to always be careful clicking on links. Like, you know that the person really sent you the link. I mean, because I know there's times like I'll get something from someone and I'm kind of like, okay, did you really send this to me? Because I want to make sure, you know.
Yeah. Yes, it is on PayPal.
Do you want to sit in Mommy's lap? Okay, hold on. Hold
I
on.
think I remember seeing something about that. It's somebody that people know on YouTube requesting money from others. I think I remember somebody posting something about that.
Mine's bigger than yours, Connie.
Yeah, Allie's not big.
60 pounds last time she was at the vet.
Whoa. Allie says
Yeah,
she's a little baby.
The only people I send money to are my mom and my grandma to pay for certain things that I need to pay for through PayPal. So, and I always, you know, I've blocked him on most creators' lives. Ah. Yeah, right, Tina. Dang scammers need to get a real job. Yep. They need a life is what they need.
I always like the YouTube videos where you see the scammers calling and the person that answers just like really mess with them.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, that's what you get for trying to scam people.
Well,
I just hate that, you know, they call the older folks and they possibly don't know what's going on. And, you know, what's going on, we can give them a hard time, but as soon as we're off the phone with them, they could call the older confused folks and, you know, get someone on the hook.
And then they believe what they're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It really bothers me.
Yep, Tank, they do. It's their I guess lifelong dream to wreak havoc on everyone.
Yes, Ray, she is, but isn't Victor too? She's my baby. She's my shadow. If she's not up against mommy, she is looking for mommy to be up against mommy. Or pouting because she isn't. Bye, Lynette.
Have a good afternoon.
Did I get the name right?
Yeah. Coffee Angel Crafts is Lynette.
I have a cousin, Lynette. I'll try to remember that way. Use a baby. Use a baby.
Oh. Tank says if you give them your information, they can go into any account you have and clear it out before you have time to call the bank. Well, I know my bank, they don't call you, and it says, you know, unless you leave a message with one of the manager staff or whatever, they do have voicemail, because we have a small bank, and the head lady's name shows up on the caller ID, or it says our bank's name, and we know the phone number. So know if it's really our bank calling or not.
Our bank will put a hold on the account if they feel like something's suspicious.
Yeah.
Like whenever I went to order from Velrita, they did that. I mean, I think I had to go through PayPal to get the payment to go through.
Mm-hmm.
But then like all of a sudden, like we tried to use the bank card and it kept denying it. And you know, so Frank goes up to the bank and they were like, "Oh, we saw suspicious activity. Is this y'all?" And it's like, "Yeah, I ordered yours." And you know, and then they fixed it, but like my bank though, it's like it's good for doing that, but it also can be a pain because it, you know, it's always been legit things.
Yeah.
Like sometimes, like if I order something on eBay from China using PayPal, it'll do that too.
Our bank is an online bank, and they are very vigilant, and they'll call us right away if they suspect scam. And they also put a hold on that, what they think the scam is, but they call us right away. And so it's pretty instantaneous, and they have 24/7 call service, so we can call them anytime. So
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one thing with the phone calls. They can call, you know, make it look like it's coming from any phone number. Because I know, like, there's this website that's kind of like it's a prank website where you can kind of like play jokes on your friend. And you can disguise the number by making it look like a different phone number. So, you know, if you can do that on a prank website, you know, those people can, you know, make it look like it's a phone number from that company when it's not.
Yeah.
yeah, they own it.
Or call you from your own phone number.
Luckily, I have not had too much of a problem, and I'm so weary about phone calls because we get so many of them. You know, it's like any automated, any foreigner that has an accent, anything that seems like could possibly be spam, you know, I treat it as spam. And just automatically, you know, if it's a recording, I'll say a few obscene words because I know somebody's listening on the other end and hang up on them.
You know, one time I had one, they got obscene with me. Like they called me and, you know, I think I kind of like, you know, basically called them out on being a scammer. And they
Yeah.
I mean, they got obscene. It was like, okay, well, leave me alone.
There was one time recently, my grandmother got a phone call, and she goes, "It's a person saying this is so and so calling from blah blah." She goes, "No, it's not. I can see on the caller ID it says so and so's name." They hung up on her.
Yeah, we get a lot that say, this is AT&T and DirecTV calling about your service, and we haven't had them since last May. And
Yep.
they would call all the time, and the only ones, it comes up AT&T and DirecTV if it's actually them on the caller ID. It will come up and say AT&T, DirecTV. And it was, I'd say 98% of the time, it would not come up AT&T DirecTV when they said it was AT&T DirecTV. And we're like, no, you're not. No, you're a scammer. And they'd go, but no, or they'd hang up immediately because they were scamming, you know, and they never, I mean, they never knew what to say. And it's like, oh, really? So how long have I been a customer? And this was after we weren't customers anymore. And so we just play with them, like tigers with a little mouse or something like that. And so I have them to my sister. My sister is like, she's like Maleficent mixed with who was the deep sea queen in Little Mermaid?
Ursula.
Remember her? Yes. So Maleficent mixed with Ursula with a little bit of, oh gosh, why is my brain going away? 101 Dalmatians bad villainous. Okay?
Cruella.
Except she loves him. Yeah, so Cruella, except she loves him. So put them together, and then I gave her the spammers to play with. And then she'd have a good day. Yeah, she loves babies and animals, though. So she's not truly evil. She just likes to mess with people who like to, you know, take advantage of people.
Or another thing is they'll call and say, "Oh, this is Amy with medical services," and I'm like, and it's a recorded thing, and I was like, "No, it's not, because it says your name is Brandy so and so on the phone. Quit calling this house."
Yeah. Could you at least get a burner phone to call from or something, you know, where it doesn't have your name on it? I could call you back right now and your 6-year-old kid could pick up.
Or you call the number back and it's out of service. Well, it just worked 10 seconds ago when they called us.
Yes.
Or the other ones I love.
It's because they have a block on it.
When they call you telling you that you won something, I'm usually like, who are you trying to call? And they're like, well, what's my name? And they're like, you know, I'm like, well, how could I win something if you don't know who you're calling? Like, oh, well, we go by the phone number. And it's like, yeah.
Yeah, right.
It's like, okay, what phone number did you call? Ask them what phone number they call, because it's an auto dialer. They have no idea what phone number they called.
That's true too.
Bye, Ray. Have a good afternoon.
Bye, Ray.
Bye. Have fun.
All right, we have been on here an hour and 43 minutes. I want to quickly play a video thanking everyone, so give me a second to pull that up, and then we'll probably wrap everything up. Wait a minute, not there. So me and Tom, thank you.
I just saw Angela Wright and then she disappeared.
You know, that's weird. Normally when a video's playing, like, you get muted. And I heard Melanie while it was playing.
It lags on my end a little bit. And it just now unmuted me when I started talking.
Sorry.
It's okay. Yeah, she came in earlier. It kind of lags and it takes a second, but yeah. All right, thank you everybody for joining us. If you don't know Melanie or Connie, please go check out their channels. Their links are pinned at the top of the chat or in the description box. Everyone have a wonderful day. Y'all take care and stay safe. And I will also be posting the tickets on the community tab today. So, do y'all have anything y'all would like to say before we go?
No.
Now, tomorrow, the Southern Crocheters are going live. And we're going to be talking about, like, scrub-a-dub type items, like, you know, the dusters, dish towels, washcloths, spa type things. I think we decided that we're going to do it at 11 tomorrow. I need to verify with Barbara, but it's going to be on my channel, and I will make a post on my community page once I verify what time we're going live.
Okay, well, everybody go and check that out. and catch them live. And anything you need to reiterate, Melanie?
No, but this kind of lends into Connie's. Connie, did you know that there is a blog hop going on this month? It's 31 crochet washcloths, free PDFs to download. I did on January 2nd, I did a video that has a URL. I mean, you can't get the ones that have already been posted, but one of the URLs in that video is the 31 washcloths. It goes with your scrub-a-dub-dub.
So just look for it on your channel.
Yeah, it's under my playlist blog hops.
Okay. Because I was about to ask you if you could email me all the information, but then when you said it was your channel, I was like, okay, I should be able to remember that.
I hope.
Sometimes you never know with my memory.
Alrighty, everyone. Y'all have a wonderful day. Take care, stay safe, and we will see y'all all later. Bye for now, everybody.
Bye. I was trying to get Allie waving.
Bye.